So welcome everybody to the Open Doorway Spirituals Community Healing Service. It's a beautiful sunny day in October. Maybe it's colder where everybody else is, but it's a beautiful day in New York. And I'm just very happy to be here today and seeing so many different faces, faces that I haven't seen in a while, and some I've seen more frequently, but I like to say the familiar and the fresh faces. So welcome. Let's begin our service with a prayer. Let's just close our eyes for a moment and take a deep breath in, bringing in that healing vibration that we gain from just taking in that breath. Draw it into your nose, fill into your lungs, and exhale. Divine Parent, thank you for granting us this space, bringing us all together, like-minded, like-spirited individuals, together in support of one another on this spiritual journey. And we are here to receive your healing vibrations so that we may continue on that journey and instill that healing light into others. Amen. You may open your eyes, and I'm going to share my screen for a moment here, and we're going to I'm going to display the spirituals principles for us to read out loud if you so choose. But I also like to say that these principles are like mantras. So putting them out into the world, you speaking these words is energy being emitted out into the universe.
Terence.
All right, I will go as slow as possible. We subscribe the following principles. Number 1, infinite intelligence. The deity in designing and creating energy for everything in the universe. Number 2, one universe, many dimensions. From one source came all that is present in our world, our galaxy, and beyond. Number 3, the immortal soul. The soul is eternal. We seek truth within ourselves, from the other souls, from sacred writings, and from the natural order that sustains us. Number 4, communication between the material and the non-material world. Spirit transcends all dimensions. All souls, flesh and spirit, communicate with each other. Number 5, personal responsibility. Cause produces effect through thoughts, words, and deeds. We create ourselves and our circumstances, and we are singly responsible for our choices and creations. And number 6, the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It is our highest morality. All right. Well, thanks all for being here. It's a very special service today because now my assignment is over, and I'm going to give the floor and space to two wonderful individuals that are present here today. We have joining us Pamela Stoichev and Ariana Soto, and they are going to be guiding us through some healing vibrations and energy. The both of them together are one as the House of Vitality, a community that helps others along their spiritual journey by offering a space of healing and support. And of course, the Open Doorway loves spaces and communities that offer that healing and that support. And we want those communities to grow and be just as successful as we are.
Same place you took me before.
And I figured,
I think this is.
I think I'm okay.
The surgery center.
Just to mute your mics if you haven't already, just so that we're not interrupting others as well during the healing hour that we have ahead of us. So what I wanted to say was that we're just very happy to have them here. They are both healers and incredible spiritual healers. Pamela is an artist, and Ari is a licensed massage therapist with a background in somatic healing and breath work. And they've just, I guess they connected spiritually and decided that there was more need for that healing for others. So now I will give the floor to Pamela and Ari to lead us in that healing. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you so much, Terence. Hello, everyone. It's nice to see everyone. We are so happy and grateful to be here with you all. Ari and I, we started this community about a year ago because we realized that, you know, the spiritual journey can be very intense, very lonely, there are times where you could feel like you're going crazy. And something that really helped me was, you know, having gurus and guides through books. And so me and Ari wanted to, you know, be the person of experience and also learning and healing alongside other people, because we're always healing on this journey. There's no destination. We are never healed. We are always healing. And so we not only wanted to share our own experiences, but we wanted to create a space, a sacred space, where we can help other people feel safe and feel like, you know, they have a community to go to when things get rough, when your crown chakra opens, when your third eye opens, and, you know, you start becoming clairvoyant or clairsentient, or just your empathic abilities become more intense. And sometimes if we don't have a strong foundation, we may, you know, really feel like, okay, what's going on here? And so Adi and I host sessions every Saturday at 11 a.m. through a community called House of Vitality. It's a Telegram community. We ask questions every day. We share YouTube videos that help the journey, and we share like daily, nightly quotes. And so, yeah, this is me and Ari. Ari, do you want to say hi? Let's say hi.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you all. Like Pamela said, you know, the spiritual journey can get really lonely and confusing. So I know that was my experience. I, you know, really had a guide through YouTube or a book here and there. And with the House of Vitality, we've really been able to, you know, help others realize their own abilities and help others understand like what they're going through in their own personal and spiritual journeys. And we have something so special for you guys here today. I'm really excited to get started. Just make sure that you do have water with you. Make sure that you have a comfortable space where you can move and stretch a little bit. We'll like a yoga mat or a pillow or a towel that you can sit on, just so that your spine is straight and that your pelvis is elevated over your knees just slightly, because we're going to be doing some breath work. We're going to be doing some self-massage, meditations, and we're really excited to be here and get this started. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Adi. So we, you know, I met Elise at Hot Yoga Studio, and we started talking, and she introduced me to Terence, which really helped us get inside of this platform. And we were thinking like, what would be the most beneficial for us as a guest? And so we want to create a grounding experience. We want to talk about the lower three chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra, because a lot of times when our crown opens and we start connecting with the divine, if we do not stay grounded, we can lose touch of reality, we can become aloof. And it's important that we not only know that we're spiritual beings, but we're here as a human being to experience the earthly realm, to experience the earthly pleasures. And so we really want to focus on the grounding experience. And, you know, nowadays everyone is so obsessed with the third eye and so obsessed with manifestation. And I think we're forgetting as a society the importance of, we have to make sure that we're living our soul's purpose as a human being, as this grounded person. And so we're going to talk about the three chakras. And there is, if you guys are not familiar, the chakra system is along our spine. We have the root chakra, which starts at the base of our spine. We have the sacral chakra, which is below our belly button, the solar plexus above our belly button, our heart chakra, which connects our higher self with our earthly realm. The heart chakra is really the middle chakra, where we start experiencing, you know, how to be a human being with compassion, but also how to live in our soul's purpose as a healer, or empath, or whatever you associate yourself with. We really can merge the physical realm with the spiritual realm through the heart space. And we have the throat chakra, which allows us to communicate our compassion, communicate our divine purpose. Then our third eye really allows us to delve deep into not only manifesting our realities, but being intuitive, and allows us to connect with the divine, which is our crown chakra. And so would you like to add anything about that, Ari, before I continue? Okay, so like I mentioned, when we start opening up our energies, sometimes people have Kundalini awakenings, which is another word for, you know, a spiritual awakening, or life force, or chi. I like to use the word Kundalini. It's when in Hinduism, it's when the base of your spine, there's like a serpent, and then it awakens, and the feminine energy meets the masculine energy in our crown. And when our masculine and our feminine energies intertwine and become divine, and we start realizing our soul's purpose, sometimes that happens accidentally, where we open up those chakra systems. And sometimes some people go to ashrams, or they something in the spirit world is guiding them to open up their chakras, and then they focus on those chakras. But what I believe what really helps our crown is to remember that we can do all the manifestation, we can want to live in our soul's purpose and our divine's purpose. But let me take a moment, I'm like channeling a message. We can want to do all those things, but if we don't find a way to connect how to do it in the earthly realm, how to be full of abundance financially, feel physically safe, if we don't feel safe in our bodies, if we don't feel safe in our environments, which deal with the root and sacral chakra, if we don't feel motivated, which deals with our solar plexus, we can't live out our divine purpose that divine energy is telling us through our crown. And so I feel like once we open up our crown chakras, once we realize, like, holy moly, like, I'm this powerful spiritual being, like, I have all of these abilities, I can help people, I can feel people, I can sense how someone is feeling, you know, we can't be of service if we don't connect that. I like to think of it like an infinity, like our energies are constantly flowing from our crown, and then it goes back down to our root. And then it's almost like once you have that initial awakening of your crown, you're going through a second wave of healing your root, your sacral, and your solar. Like, there's never, oh, my root chakras heal, I feel safe. Because once you awaken that crown chakra, and the universe says, okay, now you know your potential, let me give you some challenges, let me give you some tests, let me give you some tests in your foundation, let me see if you feel financially secure, let me see if you feel safe in your body, let me see if I can give, if you're going to lose someone and you're still going to have motivation to live out your life's purpose. So all these tests are coming our way, and it's almost like you're filtering out through your chakras over and over and over again. And so after our little conversation about the chakras, we're going to go through self-massage breath work, and then I want to guide you guys through a meditation, a really grounding experience. And so I'm going to give the floor to Ari so she can put her input, and so we can start a conversation here on how these chakras are really, really important. There were twice in my life where I had major crown chakra awakenings, and right away, quickly, the spirit world brings me right back to the root chakra. It brings me right back to, okay, let's see how much you've learned. Let's see how much more you can take. And so I want to give it to Adi because she's seen that happen with me. So
I sure have been blessed to be there during your experience. So thank you for sharing your experience with me always. It definitely gives me, I feel like as people, we learn one of two ways, mostly through self-experience and then experience through others. And definitely one of the ways that I learn is through Pamela and her sharing her experiences, so that, whenever I do feel like my root is being shaken up or my sacral is being, shaken up, I'm like, okay, what did Pamela do? Or what was something that Pamela, said about her experience where I can take on too? But one thing I would love to share about the chakra system in general is that, yes, it is an energy system within our body, right? But because it's within our body, it is, what's the word? It is felt through our body, right? So the root chakra, all of the chakras from the root all the way to the crown have organs and muscles and blood vessels and nerve systems that are correlated with each of these chakras. So since we're going to go through the first three, I'll just go through the first three. So for the root, you have your limbs, like your legs and your feet. Those are two body parts that are very important for your root chakra. I was going to say root sacral for your root chakra. Legs and your feet. For your sacral, that's your sexual organs, that's your pelvis, that's your sacrum, which is the bone that connects your hips, okay, in the back of your body. And for the solar plexus chakra, we have the spleen, we have the kidneys, we have the stomach, we have the diaphragm. And taking it back to breath work, the diaphragm is the most important breathing muscle. It's actually the strongest, biggest breathing muscle we have in our body. And a lot of the time, we aren't using that muscle to actually breathe and speak, right? We're speaking and breathing all through the chest. And, it's none of our faults. It's something we've all been, conditioned to learn, is like, oh, take a deep breath. What do? Right? You bring up your arms and you suck in your chest and your shoulders and that, right? But when you really use your diaphragm to do the breath work and to really use it, not just when you are doing breath work, but on a daily experience, to use your diaphragm to actually breathe instead of like just using it for the breath work and spiritual and meditative experience, you will see so many changes happening within your chakra system, because you're able to utilize your abdominal muscles, utilize your diaphragm, utilize your pelvis, utilize your sexual organs to really stir up and awaken all of this energy that are in your lower three chakras, to then help rise it up, as Pamela mentioned before, into the bridge of the heart between the lower three chakras and the higher three chakras, and then bringing that energy up into your throat chakra, your crown chakra, and your third eye, and then your crown chakra, which is really helpful for the Kundalini experience in itself. Let me drink some water.
And I want to mention perfect timing. I want to mention that when we are going through, like when we're moving our energies through our chakra system, we'll start feeling physical pain or physical discomfort in that area of your body. And so when my heart feels blocked, when someone's hurt me and I'm doing breathing exercises, it really starts feeling like like there's this, and it's a physical fact, also a scientific fact, that when we're heartbroken, there's a layer of like muscle that becomes larger around our heart. So that's, and when I found that out, I was like, wow, like it's so nice that nowadays like science is really proving like the spiritual experience as well, because in order for our heart to fully open, as an example, we'll start feeling really uncomfortable in our heart space. There was one time, I felt really heartbroken and I was doing breath work, and I just like I had to place my hands in my heart and just tell myself like it's okay, like the energy can move. And that's the same thing with like your root chakra. If you're feeling like unstable, our root chakra has to do with our childhood. It has to do with how safe our caregiver made us feel. Did we have enough food? Did we have enough water? Did we have to worry about money as a kid? Did we have a home, a parent that showed us love? So our root chakra it's the densest chakra in our energy system because it's the closest one to earth. The root chakra starts growing in our mother's stomach. So however the mother is feeling during pregnancy is how our root chakra develops as we are a child. It's really the foundation. So our root chakra, I feel like is they're all very important. And every time Adi and we do like chakra series, and every chakra we go, oh my God, this is the most important chakra. Like every chakra is important, but the root really, in terms of like being able to, talk to the spirit world, the root needs to be very, very strong and grounded, going out for walks in the park barefoot, listening to drumming, shamanic healing. Because when our foundation is not strong, then all the other chakras, it's like building a house. All the other chakras are going to be unbalanced. And so when we start to feel safe in our bodies, we can fully experience the spiritual experience. Because if we don't feel safe, our subconscious is not going to feel safe. Our subconscious is going to start telling us that we're going crazy, instead of telling us, hey, you're opening up your abilities. You're becoming the person you're supposed to become. And the sacral chakra is where our creative energy lives, our sexual energy. We cannot have a fully opened crown chakra if we don't know how to guide our sexual energy. Our sexual energy is what allows us to create. I'm a painter, like Terence mentioned, and when I'm painting, I use up all my sexual energy in the painting process, because sexual energies are creative force. Like when you think of having a kid, you're creating a whole human being with your sexual energy. And so being able to guide your sexual energy through your chakra system is so imperative for being able to live out your life's purpose. Because if you're constantly giving away your sexual energy in places that is not nourishing that chakra system, you're giving away your power, which then destabilizes your solar plexus, because your solar plexus chakra is, it's the color yellow. The element is fire. Your solar plexus gives you the motivation, gives you the will to go after what you desire. And so all of these are connected. All of these build upon one another. And with the chakra system, once you've experience the physicality of it in your body, when my throat chakra was opening, I got a rash right here. And it was during the pandemic. I spent the whole pandemic meditating and focusing on opening my chakras. And I remember after the heart, I started meditating on the throat chakra, and then I was doing it for a week, and then I woke up one day and there was a huge rash on my throat. And I was like, there is no coincidence that there's a rash on my throat right now, as I've been doing throat chakra. I was chanting all week long. And so once you've experienced and become aware that okay, like, how is my body feeling? Let's rule out the medical issues. If it's nothing to do with medical issues, could this be my energy moving through my system? And once you've experienced all of it, the tingling in your third eye, the tingling in your crown, you know, you can then realize, like, when you're feeling imbalanced, what I like to do when I'm feeling imbalanced is I take a moment and I ask myself, where in my body is my energy right now? And then I like to think about it like that. Like, am I feeling something in that area? You know, people who are very angry, they always have acid reflux. I was one of those person. Used to be so angry. And if you notice when you're really angry and then you try to eat food and your stomach starts hurting, because like the anger has to do with our solar plexus and our solar plexus has to do with our digestive system. So it goes really deep, you know, during our sessions every week, we bring up the chakras all the time. And, you know, we can't talk about everything about the chakras in this one session. So if you're enjoying this so far, you know, I highly urge you to join the House of Vitality, because I have a huge book on Kundalini awakening. I'm constantly reading it, you know, I'm constantly healing from it, learning more about, you know, the elements of the chakra. You know, the sacral is water. And so what makes us feel sensual? Taking a bath with Epsom salt, or like the pieces start to come together. And when you truly learn like the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual aspects of each chakra, you start to take your healing to another level, in my opinion, because you start to really bridge the physical with the spiritual. And so before we continue, Adi, would you like to add anything else, or should we go on to our exercises?
I think that was beautiful. That was beautifully explained. I really have nothing else to add to that, except for I'm going to piggyback on, you know, definitely feel free to tap in with the House of Vitality whenever you feel called to, especially because we do talk about the chakra system a lot, and we do correlate, you know, a lot of what happens in the 3D physical world and how that correlates into our energetic systems and how to really heal through all of those things. And we would love to see some of you guys there in our Saturday sessions. That would be really awesome. But if you haven't already, we're going to move on to the self-massage portion of the session. So if you haven't already, grab some water. It's gonna get very hot, okay? Grab some water, get in a comfortable seated position. If you are in a chair, grab a cushion that you can sit on so that your pelvis is elevated a little bit. If you are laying in bed, make sure that you are your spine is straight, so don't lean on the wall. And if you have the opportunity to be on the floor, I highly recommend getting on the floor with a yoga mat or a cushion or a towel that you feel comfortable putting on the floor. So we can get started. I'm gonna just throw on some music for us.
Also, I want to add, if you guys are wearing socks or shoes, we strongly urge you to take your socks off, because just like our hands, our feet and our hands emit energy, and it also lets energy to come in. So whenever I do any sort of meditation, especially any sort of like Kundalini exercises, which we're going to do after the self massage, I highly recommend that our hands and our feet are always like up to the divine, or nothing like, obviously we're not wearing gloves because we look like we're all at home and it's not winter outside here in New York, but make sure there's no socks. That's the point.
Okay, how's the music? Can you hear the music? The sounds?
Maybe a little too loud. Just turn it down just a little bit. I think that's good. Can everyone let us know if that is okay for your ears? Yeah, we don't want it to be too loud. Okay. Awesome.
For visual purposes, I will unblur my background and you guys will be taking a look at my legs and feet. I hope you don't mind. All right. So we're going to start off by extending our legs straight out in front of us and giving a gentle shake of the legs. This is going to create some energy here. It's going to help create that fluid movement. And right now we are activating the root chakra. We're using the legs to activate the root chakra. And whenever you feel called to, you may slow down to eventually stop the shaking, but you don't want to just abruptly stop the shaking. Okay. Now you're going to take your hands and you're going to use your fingertips to tap from the ankles all the way up to the thighs. Now you can do this a number of ways. You can tap both hands at the same time. You can do one at a time and tap up this way. And you can use whatever speed your energy feels called to, whatever you feel like your energy needs at the moment. And make sure you're really contacting all around, from the ankle to the knees. So get around these muscles. Get around the muscles of the inner calf too. Get around to the inner thighs, upper thighs, outer thighs, even around the knees as well. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds. And don't forget to breathe through this exercise as well. In through the nose, out through the nose. About 10 more seconds here. And now we're going to do the same thing with a different tool. Instead of using our fingertips, we're going to ball our hands in a fist, and we're going to tap using these knuckles here. So not these knuckles, but these knuckles right over here, okay? And because those are the bones of your hands, make sure that you're not hitting your shins, because that's going to really hurt. I don't know about you guys, but my legs are feeling free. Like, for lack of better terms, don't laugh at me, but my legs feel like mint, like fresh. 10 more seconds here. All right. So now we're going to take our feet. If you are sitting on the floor, get into this position with the soles of the feet together. If you're sitting in a chair, have one leg on the floor, one foot on the floor, and one foot on your thigh as high as you can get it to, so that you can access the sole of your foot and your toes, okay? So what we're gonna do here, first, I want you to take your hands and use your thumbs to get underneath that big toe. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna manipulate your toes forward and back, forward and back. And then you keep doing that, you go along each toe. So now we're gonna go to the second toe and do that. Manipulate the bones. Third toe. Fourth. And fifth. You can use your pinkies. For those sitting in a chair, go ahead and switch your feet. For those sitting on the floor in the bed, just do it one more time. Heading back to the big toe, down to the pinky toe. So all of these exercises are a great way to get connected to your root chakra, get connected to the energy and how your body is feeling. Because we're wearing shoes all day, and now that it's getting cold, we're wearing pants and stuff. So it's important to get that connection with our bodies. And now we're going to take our hands like this and just bend our toes back. And hold that for 15 seconds. If you're sitting on the floor or on your bed, you can do both feet at the same time. And then once your 15 seconds are up, you're gonna do the opposite. You're gonna bend the toes forward. Even make them kiss. Make the toes kiss. And release the toes. Extend the legs back out in front of you. And give a little shake to conjure up that energy. Slow it down and then stop the shaking. So now we're going to move our energy to the sacral chakra, which is that of our sexual organs, our pelvic floor muscles. So I'm sure everyone here has had to use the bathroom at some point, but had to hold it in because you couldn't make it yet, okay? So those muscles is exactly what we're gonna use today to engage our pelvic floor muscles, to engage that strength and to engage that energy with our sexual energy and sacral chakra. So you basically are going to squeeze those muscles for 10 seconds. And then we're going to release those muscles. With your hands, you could leave your hands on your lap as so. Just make sure that when you are breathing in, right, you want to make sure that you're breathing in through the nose. And when you're breathing in, the belly actually comes out. And when you're exhaling, the belly actually goes in and sucks in. So we're gonna start, we're gonna do about 2 whole minutes of this pelvic floor exercise and breath work. And I'll let you guys know when we're heading down. All right, so we'll begin now. Breathing in, we're gonna squeeze those pelvic floor muscles. for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, exhale. Inhale, squeeze, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and exhale. Inhale, squeezing, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and exhale. Keep going at your tempo. You're doing great. Flowing, got 45 seconds left. Ten seconds left. Get in your last squeeze for the session. And exhale, release. At any point, if you need to drink some water, it can get very intense. So now we're gonna move up toward the solar plexus, which is above the belly button, like Pamela mentioned, okay? We're going to start from the right side of our hip, go up to our rib, across to the left upper ribs, and down to the left hip, and then across to the right hip. And that's a circular motion that we're just going to keep for this exercise. What you want to do, if you are not pregnant, you can press going up and create that energy, and press going across, and you can use that pressure to massage the solar plexus energy center. You can also brush with your fingertips, going up and across and around. We're basically soothing that energy and really rounding up that energy. You can also just go in a fluid circle as well. I like to do this when I'm feeling like I need some movement in my intestines, when I'm feeling a little stuck in this area with some pain in this area. And as a woman, this also helps when our menstrual cycle does come up, and it helps ease the pain as well. So I'm going to keep doing this for about 60 more seconds. 30 more seconds. Don't forget to breathe. Breathing with our diaphragm really helps us feel sensation. It really helps us feel energy and emotion. When you're done with the motions around your belly, feel free to flick off the energy. Just brush, 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 brush. So anything that was there can be removed energetically and really allowing new energy to flow in this area. And that concludes the self-massage portion for today's session. Thank you so much for doing this with me, with us, and Pamela is now going to lead us through an amazing meditation.
Okay, everyone. I hope now you feel your energies are moving a little. We're going to move it just a little more before we dive deep into a meditation. And so, the spinal column has these cushions in between the vertebrae, and it's so important that we make the spinal fluid. And so we're going to do a seated cat and cow to begin. So either put your hands on your thighs or your knees, depending how you're sitting. And I want you to take an inhale, chest forward. And when you exhale, cave in. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, cave in. And kind of go in a rhythm or speed that really feels, comfortable for you. But close your eyes, go deep into your third eye space. Try to focus on the void, the vortex in between your eyebrows as you're doing this. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, chest caved in. And breathing through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And you can go as fast or slow as your body permits you to. You never want to exasperate an injury because of a yoga pose. But this is just to really continue to move that energy in your spine. Allow the spinal fluid to become fluid so we can move easily up and down through your system. I'm going to take an inhale, hold it, chest forward, really suck in those lower abdominal muscles, really feel that energy starting to come up through your vertebrae, and just hold your breath for a few seconds. While you're holding, really feel like the muscles around your spine are really cushioning your spine, really feel it massaging your spine, holding it in, and exhale, cave in, let it all go. Whew. You could just shake out your body, shake out your body. Also, Ari, I can't really hear the music anymore. I just wanted to let you know in case there was a pause. Let's just shake it out. You can shake out your arms. All right, now we're gonna go through breath work called Breath of Fire, which is going to further enhance that sacral energy to really move up, because we really want to move up our creative energy into our crown, into our third eye, and really let it go like an infinity through our system. And so if you are pregnant or on the heaviest days of your menstrual cycle, I encourage you to take long, deep inhales and long, deep exhales instead of the breath of fire, because the breath of fire is going to be very forceful. And so if you've never done the breath of fire before, it is equal inhales, equal exhales through the nose. And I'm going to just show you guys how it goes. And the key is to, whenever you inhale, your belly is full, like Ari mentioned. And whenever you exhale, you're really tightening the lower abdominal muscles. You're really tightening that pelvic floor. That way the energy can really shoot up and down. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to use our hands, because our hands is our electricity. It's where electricity can move through, in and out through our body. And so we're going to just press on our palms with our fingertips like this and have our thumbs pointing out. And we're going to have our hands up in like a 45-degree angle. Now, if you have any shoulder injuries or something that doesn't permit you to keep your hands up for a minute or two, you can go ahead and place your palms on your lap, but make sure that your palms are facing towards source, towards divine energy. If you don't have any injuries and you want to like challenge yourself a bit, let's make sure that our fingers are just like this, touching. Our fingertips are touching meridian points on our palms, on our hands. That's going to allow electricity to flow through our hands, through our thumbs, and allow electricity to bounce from our left to our right, combining and intertwining our divine and our masculine. And so we can start with our hands up. Make sure that your chest is forward, your shoulders are back, and really press your fingertips on your palms. Close your eyes. Make sure that your cervical spine is straight, by allowing your chin to slightly tuck in. You want to make sure that your back is fully straight by really tightening those lower abdominal muscles. And we're going to take a deep inhale and begin. So you really want to make sure that it's equal inhales, equal exhales, and you want to really focus your energy in between your fingertips. Almost imagine like there's a lightning bolt, electricity, just connecting your fingertips and just connecting this aura space around you. With every inhale, you're giving your fingertips more energy, and with every exhale, you're making sure that that energy flows through your chakra system. So equal inhales, equal exhales. And just keep going. You might start to feel a little bit tired, but allow yourself to go past the threshold. Allow yourself to move past any challenges that your breath is giving you. Allow yourself to really vibrate in this space, really vibrate in your breath, and really invigorate your sacral chakra. Really feel your lower abdominals tightening. Now you might feel like you're getting heated up. The whole point is so your energy can start heating up. Allow yourself to enter into that vortex of your third eye space as you're flowing through that energy. Take a deep inhale and touch your fingertips with your palms wide open over your head. Take a deep inhale, squeeze your spine. And exhale, hold the posture. Take a deep inhale. Squeeze that spine, almost like you're reaching for the sky. Reach for the sky. Exhale, keep the posture. One more deep inhale. Really feel the pelvic floor tightening. Really feel, imagine that there is energy moving up your spine all the way to the crown of your chakra, like you're reaching for the clouds. And as you slowly exhale, you can slowly bring your arms down, creating like a imagine invisible bubble around you as you place your hands gently on your lap. And just take a moment to breathe and vibrate in your energy. I highly encourage that you touch your thumbs with your index finger as the rest of your palm gently falls down. This allows your ego and your wisdom to really combine into a strong spiritual force. And allow yourself to feel yourself in your body. Where is your breath right now? Where is your attention? Is your heart beating fast? Did your temperature rise? Just take a few moments to vibrate in this space. I want you all to take a deep inhale, belly full. Hold it for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, feel your energy going back down to your root space. But this time, imagine as your energy is flowing down, imagine that you're now sitting in nature. You're sitting barefoot. You can feel the moistness of the soil, the moistness of the grass. Really feel yourself getting rooted. Imagine that there is vines coming out of your feet, intertwining with Mother Earth. And with every inhale, feel yourself still grounded, but then feel your energy moving. Imagine that there is a fire, a small flame going from your root chakra. And as you're inhaling, you're seeing that flame go up your chakra system. And it's becoming larger and more vibrant as it moves through your sacral. And as it moves through your sacral, really tighten those lower abdominal muscles, tighten the pelvic floor. Feel the heat there. Feel the heat in your sacral energy. And as you feel the heat, imagine it's going up to your solar, almost like a sun is radiating in your stomach area. And as you exhale, feel the energy going through your heart space, almost like a light bursting out through your heart space. All of that fire that you invigorated from your sacral, feel like it's pouring light rays through your heart every time you exhale. So I want us to go through this process, this imagining process. I really want you to use your imagination through this meditation. So with every inhale, you're bringing that energy up. And with every exhale, it's pouring out of your heart space and soaking back into Mother Earth as you become more and more grounded. And inhale, I feel safe. Inhale, I am protected. Inhale, I am grounded and whole. Inhale, change is perfectly safe. I embrace my emotions. Inhale, I am confident. And exhale, I am compassionate. And allow this energy to flow in and out. Using that third eye to imagine that you're in this nature. You can hear the birds chirping in the background. You can smell the fresh air of the moist grass, almost like it just rained on Mother Earth. Really use the imagination to imagine that flame deep within your sacral chakra becoming stronger and stronger as you feel your energy moving. Really practice the feeling of the energy moving from the base of your spine. to your belly button, to your breastbone. Feel the energy in your heart space, and almost like rainbows coming out of your heart back into Mother Earth. You can do this at your own pace. I inhale, I am vibrating in peaceful energy. I inhale that I am perfectly safe and my energy is free flowing and balanced, and I receive pleasure and abundance in my body. I am forgiving and I give back my energy to Mother Earth. Mother Earth heals me. Mother Earth invigorates me. Mother Earth helps me, helps my soul live its divine purpose. And if you start thinking about something else, if you're losing your attention span, bring the energy back, bring your focus back to the flame in your sacral chakra, bring the energy back there. We tend to do a lot of meditations where we focus on the third eye, but this time I want our focus to be in our sacral chakra, feeling the heat, feeling that every time you're exhaling, you're really squeezing your sexual organs, really squeezing that pelvic floor and allowing all of this creative energy, pouring it back into Mother Earth. I believe in myself. I feel motivated. I pursue my purpose. I am calm, confident, and aligned. I am worthy of all of my desires. I enjoy my life. I enjoy my body. I explore my sexuality. My sexuality is sacred. My creative energy allows me to manifest and build and imagine the life that I see for myself. Imagine and live out the life that my soul came here on earth to do. And take a deep, deep inhale. Really feel yourself grounding. I really want you to feel the moistness of the soil on your toes or on your knees, however you're sitting. I want you to really almost like you're inhaling, but your root chakra is going down, almost like this yin yang, this polarity. So you're inhaling, your spine straighter, but your root is also sinking deeper, like you're sinking into the soil, but in a grounded, firm, you have roots protecting you. Inhale that energy, envision that fire, feel it. Ooh, just feel it becoming stronger and more powerful, because you are safe in your body and you deserve everything that you wish for. You deserve everything that your soul desires. You deserve to feel safe in this body. And exhale through your heart space into the universe. And maybe on your next inhale, you're building this fire up, but you're exhaling with someone in mind who might need that fire that you have, someone that might need healing as well. So on your next exhale, really feel like that ray of light going through your heart space. Really imagine that it's pouring into someone else's heart space that may need that healing energy that you have inside of you. And tell that person that they are safe in their body, and that they deserve everything they desire, that they deserve groundedness and compassion and motivation, and that their sexuality is sacred towards their life's purpose. Namaste, everyone. I'm so happy and grateful that you joined Adi and I in this healing session. If you enjoyed the self massage, the chakra talk, the meditation, I highly encourage that you join House of Vitality on Telegram, where we do weekly meditations, and we love you. We also have a YouTube channel where in the future we will post, longer guided meditations so you can really delve deep into that space. After this session, you are more than welcome. I actually encourage you to stay in this meditative state. Really feel where your energy is at, and I love you. And yeah, namaste.
Well, thank you both, Ari and Pam, for guiding us in that healing. I know I've benefited a great deal from it, and it seems like I see a lot of relaxed energy from everybody that turn on their cameras. We got some thank yous coming in as well. I did already share your YouTube channel, so in the chat. So if anybody wants to go to their YouTube, they have some really great content there as House of Vitality. And then I'm gonna just put in the chat as well that if you were to download Telegram, you can then search up House of Vitality. Is there a specific link? I wasn't sure if there was, but I know that there's a link on either of their Instagrams. So I've been following that. But if you download Telegram, that's how I was able to download it and find them. So House of Vitality on Telegram. There's the link. Thank you, Pam. And again, yes, thank you for being a part of it. This wonderful healing Sunday. Before we close service, just want to share a few events coming up for the Open Doorway Spiritualist community, and show you what's coming up next on our calendar. So coming up for services, we have our next service is going to be November 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and that will be a message service. The really cool thing is that if you didn't know, October 31st and November 1st, that's when the veil is very thin, and we're going to celebrate that energy on November 2nd with this special message service, and that is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will, if you're not on our newsletter, that's where you would get the email notification with the Zoom link for this service. I'm going to throw it into the chat so that you can subscribe and get those notifications when we have the services coming up, as well as other events that we have throughout the month. Coming up, we have an online message circle. This is a $20 reservation fee, and this is going to be on a Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. with Emerson, Valentina, and myself. Emerson is a new trained psychic medium, and she is going to be doing her internship with me that Friday, so it'll be extra special for you to join. And we have this procedure to sign up for those online circles. If you would just email at info@opendoorwaybrooklyn.com with your first and last name, and then I will respond back if we have spots available with the Venmo info to send that reservation fee. And once received, you will get that Zoom link. And of course, the notice will go out closer to the time of the event so that you don't miss it. All right. Thank you for bearing with me. Let's close our eyes. And as we close service, just take a deep breath in. And we now really know how to draw in that air, keeping into our bodies that healing vibration. Thank you, Divine Parent, Mother Earth, for that grounding experience, that healing energy and vibration that we received today. Thank you for connecting us with House of Vitality, Ari and Pam, for bringing them to us and us to them for this healing gift. And we will most definitely have them come back again to offer that healing to this growing community. And also, let's put that energy of growth and abundance to their community. And so others may find that healing vibration and that support and that comfort. And so it is. Amen. All right. Yes, many blessings. Thank you all. I hope it was I most definitely got a lot of healing out of it for myself. I feel very loose. Very loose. And I'm going to put the subscriptions to the link to subscribe if you haven't already. I can find it. And we'll have to thank Elise for getting us in touch with each other. She had to skedaddle, but she was still here in spirit. And it's okay to unmute your mics and chat for a little bit if you want, and say, extend your gratitude and thanks to Pam and Ari.
Thank you. That was so relaxing. I needed that.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Spending time in community always just makes me feel good, period. Thank you. And seeing my girls, there's Miss Amy. Miss Janae. I see her pretty picture. Yeah. Oh, Miss Luciana too. All the way from Brazil, baby.
Yeah. I'm always here whenever I can.
How's the weather, girl? How's the weather? Hi, Janae.
It's so hot in here. I'm so jealous of you talking about winter and snow. I'm like, it's so hot in here.
We've got our fall weather, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The leaves are falling.
Mm.
But it's still pretty sunny and more and mild up here.
Luciana, jump in the ocean. You'll feel better.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't live close to an ocean. I live in the middle of the country where there's no ocean at all.
No. Take a day trip to the ocean.
Yeah. I need it.
She needs that breath of ice.
Not the
Yeah,
bro.
there you go.
Yay.
I'm so thankful. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan, for joining us. It was a real pleasure.
Yeah, it was amazing that we were all, even though we're all so separate, we're able to even for a few moments connect to our bodies in the same way, like be in the same space.
Yes, most definitely.
It was great. Thank you.
Where are you calling from, Ryan? If I
Oh,
may ask?
I'm from New York.
Oh, okay, okay.
But
New York.
I live in Jersey City now, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a good friend who lives in Union City, but also used to live in Jersey City. So I go there pretty often to visit my niece. So,
yeah, it's right there. It's like 20 minutes up Union. Yeah.
well,
It's-
welcome.
yeah, thank you so much. Where are you guys? Where you from?
We got a bunch of people calling from all over. Cecilia is from San Diego. Luciana is joined us from Brazil. But a lot of us, the rest of it, Amadas and Amy are from Orange County, New York. Janae you're in Maryland, right, Janae? Or where are you? You're on mute. We can't hear you. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I'm from South Jersey. I'm like 5
South
minutes south,
Jersey.
but I started
Okay.
from Philadelphia.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
thinking
okay.
somebody else from Maryland. Okay. So you said Philly?
Yeah.
Okay, right on. And then
Yeah.
we got a bunch of other New York, like Manhattan, Brooklyn. There's some
awesome.
Queens too represented. So we're all over the place.
Hey, I'm originally from Queens, represent.
Uh,
Yeah. And shout out to the actual queens out here as well that, all these beautiful women and young women and of all women that were here, part of it, because that's I feel like we're entering into the feminine season, and it's very important to connect, to the most high, and there's no better way of doing that than just calling up your mom.
Yep.
There you go.
And embracing that embracing that feminine energy too, which is love and creativity, and compassion.
Yes.
Mhm. Yes. Well, many blessings and a wonderful evening to all of you. I hope it's you can either soak in that heat or cool down with a shower. I I may do that myself and imagine it's a waterfall. So many blessings. Yes, that little one, so cute, Pamela.
She was doing the meditation too in front of me.
Right.
It was I was trying not to get distracted. She was like moving her hands and
Hi, honey. What's your name?
her name is Emma. It's on my headphones. They're asking your name.
My name is Emma.
Emma.
Okay.
Aw.
Well, it's
Say
nice to
bye.
Bye, Emma. Bye, Pam. Thank you so much. And
Bye,
Ari,
guys.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much, Terence. Have a wonderful
Thank you.
night,
Yeah.
everyone.
Toodaloo.
Bye.
Thank you.
Mhm.